Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Babylon 5. This is season 5. This is episode number 20. This episode is called Objects in Motion. Last episode, we saw how Lita's powers have grown a lot stronger than I think I ever imagined they would or expected they would. She even referred to herself as like the biggest weapon, and we saw how she was able to control people in the Zocalo when she was tapping and then they were like following suit, and it was really creepy to see how she was basically able to just, it was like she'd frozen Zach and he wasn't able to do anything, and the only person who could get through was John because he had also been touched by Volon. So it was interesting to see that that's how far she's come. We know she'd set up these bank accounts to get money to help the telepaths that were part of Byron's group, and we know that there's been things happening in terms of like terrorist attacks, I guess they would class them as, being funded by the money that Lita's been gathering in these bank accounts. She's now got Michael on board to help filter this money and have a secret account so that Michael can get his own revenge on the telepaths for everything that happened in regard to Bester and what Bester did to him. That's going to be really, really interesting to see if that gets touched upon even further, because I mean, including this episode, there's 3 left. So knowing that Michael's now involved in this, I think this might escalate the telepath war somewhat as well. The basis of it being Byron, and then Lita taking it like further with her actions since then. And now Michael being involved just makes me, and Michael can do it through Lisa's company that she inherited because he decided he was going to go and help her run that on Mars. So we know Michael is wanting to go. Jakar is wanting to leave the station because he's come to the conclusion that he can't stay there because all of the pilgrims are coming from Nan to come see him because he's now being viewed as a god, and he doesn't really want that, and he knows he can't go home because it's probably going to be worse at home than it is for him here on the station. So we know Michael is planning to go to Mars. Jakar's planning to go travelling to go see the stars. Lita's apparently going with him because he needs and wants a travel companion, and he thinks she kind of needs to get away herself as well. 2 people I probably would never have really put together, but it's interesting to see that that's what's came about. And then we've got Stephen, who's got a new job lined up, and we know Stephen's going to go work where Dr. Kyle was working, and we've got John and Delenn waiting for the new construction of the headquarters on Minbar to be finished before they then head off. And I'm just like, there's going to be nobody left. It's going to be so strange, like seeing people slowly just leaving, and don't know how I'm going to cope with it, to be honest. We also learned last episode that the one part of War Without End and the flash forwards that we hadn't really heard much about again being John and Delenn's child. Delenn's pregnant, so we know that's kind of coming about as well, and that was like the last thing that needed confirmation. So I'm going to get on into this. Let's go.
So, what brings you to Babylon 5?
Well, I'm looking for Michael Garibaldi. Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still here.
Is he okay?
Well, yeah, he's had some problems lately, but he's doing much better now. Why? At least this is number...
1?
Tessa Hall. Mm-hmm. Is Michael in it?
Oh, I feel like I have just thrown up everything I've eaten in the last 12 years.
You'd think he'd have heard the door, because it's not that big of a place, is it?
Hey, you're a long way from home.
I know, but I wanted to give you the news myself.
What news?
In the next couple of days, someone's going to try to kill you. Both of you.
But I haven't done anything wrong.
Her
No one's
husband
saying
did.
you did. But with the death of your husband, you now own one of the 10 biggest medical research companies on Mars.
It's a company that financed several black projects under President Clark's administration. Now, we know
Yeah.
about the telepath virus he was working on.
Mhm.
Who knows what else they were cooking up for the government.
William didn't bring me into any of that. He deliberately kept me out of it.
We saw that.
And now that she's in charge, they're afraid she's going to find out something she shouldn't know.
All he knew was that the hit would be going down in the next couple of days.
Here?
My guess is they want it done before the 2 of you leave for Mars.
2 of you. Michael, is there something else you'd like to share with us?
Is she still in the brig? Yes, she is. Bloody hell.
Hello, Lita.
Shakar,
Do you mind if I talk to you?
you'll forgive the accommodations.
Hang on,
It's a
is
sad-
that some kind of like
gotten used to
straitjacket that's on her?
Frankly, I've done some of my best writing in places like this. In here, you cannot run from yourself. I assume they told you about my offer.
Yes. Makes sense.
Is she going to
Because of
say
my growing
yes?
abilities, I can't go home. I can't stay here. So, I may as well go with you.
We are all the sum of our tears. Too little and the ground is not fertile,
Oh,
and nothing can grow there. Too much The best of us is washed away. My reigns have come and gone. For now.
Oh.
Yours are just beginning.
See, I
So
think
any
they'll be
idea
good
where
for
we'll
each
go?
other, you know?
No. That's what makes it so exciting. I'll see to it that your belongings are transferred to my ship when we're ready to leave. Meanwhile, consider the walls around you. In a little while, we will leave these behind.
Oh.
I think we have a handle on your problem. Because we don't know who is sent to kill you or where they are, we can't protect you as long as you're exposed.
Yeah.
So the first step is to limit your exposure. You and Lise will move into unregistered quarters. We'll keep them off the logs. Nobody will know about it but the four of us.
All right, that's fine, but I can't hide forever.
The four of
We'll
us.
have to.
That includes
Zach's
Stephen
gonna
and
find
Zach.
Jakar and see if he's up for part 2. We will stage an elaborate going away ceremony for Jakar. Everyone will be there, including you.
Oh.
By making sure that he has only one shot at you,
Jakar will hate
you'll
that.
force him to take it there. Zach will have the place crawling with security. The second he moves, we'll take him down.
Oh, thanks. Well, it's kind of a bad area down there. I didn't want to wait around too long. Anyway, thanks. That's the thing about these transport tubes. You know, you never know if you're going to get the car or you're just going to get the shaft.
Oh, shit. That was the same guy that took Jakar to see Lita as well. Dude.
Sorry, buddy.
He already had bloody tissue in his pocket ready and everything.
But I need
Oh, shit. It's linked to your DNA though, right?
you got.
Oh, shit. This guy is clever.
Access security channels.
Unable to respond. System locked. DNA identification sequence does not match.
Yes. Is there a way you can like confuse it?
Access security channel.
Oh shit. By the way, his comlink isn't a real comlink.
Anything else on the cause of death that might give us a perp?
No. Anything on your end?
Shit. I haven't been able to give it the time I'd like to because we're up to our ears looking for the hitman that's after Garibaldi. We still don't know who he is or how to stop him or... Doc,
Yeah.
you know, people do anything to this link?
No, not that I know of. Why?
It was stuck to the bottom of the box. It's got some kind of adhesive on it.
Yeah. So that it would stick to the back of his
Don't
hand.
use adhesive. It's a molecular bonding material genetically coded to the owner.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Whoever killed him took his and substituted this.
Which means he has access to all the security channels.
Yes.
Open secure channel. Station house. You got the ID on that link programmed in?
Confirmed.
Go in 5 seconds. 4, 3.
See?
2,
You know what's that, dude? You can see the earpiece.
Oh yeah!
That was too easy.
Car, you are not worthy of us.
Dude, how are you not doing it? No!
Who hired you?
They might kill him.
Yours.
Whoops, that was a mistake. By getting mad, you distracted yourself from distracting yourself, and I slipped in through the back door. Nighty night.
Who sent him? Who hired him?
The board?
I figured it had to be somebody on the board of directors of Edgar's Industries. What I need to know is which one.
Not one. All of them. That was the deal. They all had to agree and back each other up in case things backfired.
Oh.
Of course, there's nothing you can do about it. There's no proof.
You just leave that to me. Thanks, Lita.
He'll find the proof.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get to see you before you take off, but
Just remember our bargain, Michael. Help me create a force I can use against the Psycho, and I'll give you the chance to strike back at Bester.
Mr. President, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Nothing. I just wanted to come by and see you before you left. I was hoping you could stick around a little bit longer until Delenn got back from Mimbar.
Yeah.
She'd want to say goodbye.
I'd hoped for the same thing.
You know, Jakar,
Oh, Jesus.
what I said earlier at the podium, I meant every word of that. We've had our differences, we've yelled at each other. I mean, there's been more than a few times when I wanted to deck you.
Probably reciprocated.
But when the day is done, I've always had the greatest respect for you. I'll miss you.
Unnecessary. You see, I believe that when we leave a place, part of it goes with us, and part of us remains. Go anywhere in the station when it is quiet. and just listen. After a while, you will hear the echoes of all our conversations, every thought and word we've exchanged. Long after we are gone, our voices will linger in these walls for as long as this place remains. But I will admit that the part of me that is going will very much miss the part of you that is staying.
You take care of yourself out there, old friend. Maybe we'll meet up again down the road a ways, huh?
Maybe so.
I suppose we should go.
I suppose we should.
Oh.
I find I'm actually looking forward to seeing the universe with you alongside, Lita. Perhaps we'll find something extraordinary.
Let me say goodbye to Michael. I wanted to see him before he left.
Ah, you made it here just in time. Another few minutes, and you'd have to go all the way to Mars just to say goodbye. I've never been really big on goodbyes, and this just isn't gonna work.
It's all right, Michael. Go on.
It's just that my family, my mom and dad, they passed away a long, long time ago. The two of you and Stephen, Jakar, hell, even Londo, you're the closest thing that I've had to a family. You know, I never thought I was going to make it out of here alive. I always figured I'd end up face down somewhere in Brown Sector.
We saw Jess flash forward, right?
The two of you to thank for that more than anything else in the world, and I don't have the words.
Nah, you did just fine, Michael.
I gotta go.
Good luck, pal.
Well, the recent partings, I think,
that was the worst.
This will be the hardest. You think it's gonna be all right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you're right. The place won't be the same without him.
Next, you know. It occurs to me, we have never walked the length of this place end to end.
Well, Delenn, it's 5 miles long.
I know. Coming?
Now?
Whoa.
Now is all we have.
This was such an interesting episode to see number one arrive just completely out of the blue. It was really nice to see her again, actually, because I don't think we've seen her since, God, it'll be, season 4 now? Early season 4. So for her to turn up and be like, oh, by the way, there's this plot to kill both Garibaldi and Lise because the board want her gone because they don't want Lise or Michael discovering some of the things that they got up to in regards to Mars's independence, all the things that Edgar's was doing on behalf of Clark and EarthGov, and they wanted to basically get them gone so that nothing could be found out and they couldn't be held accountable for it. To see that, they threw this fake going away party for Jakar, and then this guy had stolen a comlink, and even I'd said well, that's not going to work because it's DNA linked, right? But he was able to find a way around it, and it was really nice because we got a fair bit of Zach in this episode, and we've been, missing quite a few people. This series has been strange for me because we've had a via linear Zach that we haven't really seen that much, and it's been strange, and so that the fact that Zach got more to do in this I really liked, and to see how he was able to realise the comlink wasn't the real comlink and they were able to track this guy down. And I think what was the interesting thing was I genuinely just didn't expect I honestly thought that the last episode of the season would be the episode where everyone started saying goodbye and actually leaving. I didn't expect it now. So Jakar and John's conversation was tough. That broke me a little bit. But I think for me, the toughest one was Michael. And for Delenn to even say that herself and be this was the hardest. Yeah, it was. Because John was saying a few episodes ago, he's been here longer than anyone. And Michael's been through some shit. And to see him through season 1 he would talk about Lise. So to see that he was able to get married and, leave, and just the fact that we lost 3 people in one episode. I found this tough. And I feel bad for Lita because like she felt like she wasn't wanted and that's why she had to leave. But I think her going away with Jakar is going to be really good for her and also good for Jakar as well. Not because of the whole kind of telepath DNA deal that they struck, but I genuinely just think like they bounce off each other really well, and we saw that in that scene before they left. And I think the sad thing for me was Zach never got to say goodbye to her and Dylan never got to say goodbye to Jakar. But I think if Dylan did say bye to Jakar, I probably wouldn't have been able to do this. So I may go watch the next one and I will see you guys later. So thank you.